Welcome everybody, this is How to English Teach and Learn with Gav and Em.
It's a podcast about teaching and learning English as a foreign language.
All opinions stated are personal and references will be given when necessary. It's Em, Gav.
It is Em and it's Gav and Em.
No, I mean it's Em, Gav. It's Em this week. The letter is M and it's Em, I'm Em.
It must be episode 13 of Gav and Em's How to English TEFL pod in that case, Em.
Correct. Shall we jump right into M?
We are doing...
That sounds weird. Shall we just get on with M? You get on very well with M. You do get on well with M. Anyway, shall we get on with it?
Let's just clarify that we are doing the A to Z of TEFL, and today we're going to talk about topics that begin with the letter M. For example, matching exercises. Em, have you written anything about matching exercises in your to-do list today?
No, I haven't, because I put that under P for Pelmanism.
Oh.
Which is coming up, but maybe we could skip it on P and talk about it now. Let's talk about it. Matching.
How often do you do matching in your class?
Nowadays, never. In the past, sometimes. It kills a lot of time. And I was always a little bit sceptical about matching because it's basically playing the game pairs, isn't it? Usually you've got cards and the students have to match the picture with the word.
Which picture with which word, Em?
Could be something like the animals. You've got the picture of a monkey
animals.
And then a word... Yeah, animals, not the animals, but you've got a picture of a monkey and then the word monkey, and they've got to find...
Are they on two different cards?
They're on two different cards. I'm really explaining this well, aren't I?
How did they end up on two different cards? Surely the monkey should have a picture of a monkey with the words monkey below it.
You would think that, but no. In matching, you've got a deck of cards, you put them down, face down, on a desk, and the students have to find the pairs. They turn over 2 cards every time. They try and find a match, and if they don't find a match, they turn the cards back over.
That's when you spread the cards out onto the table, and then they choose any two from that large spread of cards.
I think I'm explaining it quite well. You put them all out, face down. Students pick up...
Not in one pile.
Everybody knows, Gav, that is following us now. Everybody knows how this works.
Is it Snap?
No. You're finding the match. You're finding 2 things that go together. And if you don't find them, you turn all the cards back over so they're face down and you try again. The point of it, which I think we're avoiding, is the point of it is to get a match, but in the process, you are remembering and repeating the words over and over and over.
Or you're repeatedly looking at the picture. Maybe you look at the picture of a squirrel, and then you look at a picture of a nut. Surely that is a match.
It could be, if you want to play it like that. But what I want to say is, the most important thing is, take home from this. I used to be quite sceptical about these kind of games, because they took so long. But I tell you what, they really work. The times I have played it, my students really knew the words by the end of the lesson.
Are they revision activities where the student should already know those words?
I guess they work best like that, but I don't know why you couldn't just teach new vocabulary like that too.
The students wouldn't know the word or the picture. Well, they might recognise the thing in the picture, but they definitely wouldn't know the word. I did that today. I said to my students, postpone, and they looked at me blankly, and I suddenly thought, of course there's no reason why you would recognise this word, because you've never seen it before.
True.
Although, I did point out it had the word post. And if you speak a language that may have Latin roots, you might know that that means later.
Yeah, pone doesn't help much, but yeah, I agree with you. Better as a revision activity, because otherwise you'd have to be teaching the words at the same time and then it wouldn't really be a game.
That's probably why your students were so good at it, because you'd already taught it to them. They already knew it, and you were just playing a game.
I don't remember saying they were good at it, but yeah, they were good at it. Okay.
If you taught them, they must have been great. I've got a matching activity today, M for matching, because it's episode 13, M.
How's this going to work for the followers who cannot see these cards?
I am going to describe them to you, and all you need to do is match them.
How?
With words.
Okay, let's just try it. I'm not sure I understand.
I have a set of desserts,
Oh, my favourite topic.
And what I want you to do, Em, this is your task. I want you to match them with the country that they typically come from.
Right, so this isn't about memory, Pelmanism. We can keep that for P. This is literally just a matching exercise. We're going back to the basics.
You've got it. So the second set of cards is a set of countries.
Right.
I'm going to make it hard for you. I'm going to hold on to the countries list at the moment and just see if you need it later. I'm going to tell you which dessert, and you can tell me which country it's from.
Aha, okay.
It's a matching exercise.
This is a very extensive matching exercise. So your students would have a set of cards with a dessert pictured and the name of the dessert, and then a different card with the country origin on it.
Precisely. Let me describe your first dessert, Em. It comes in a cone. It could be flavoured. It's very cold and quite delicious.
Ice cream?
It's not called ice cream in this country.
Well, okay, I guess it's gelato then, but I think it's called gelato worldwide also.
Right. How is it different from ice
It's
cream?
not the same. Are you trying to tell me, Gav, you don't know the difference between gelato and ice cream?
Haven't a clue.
Well, that is a sad fact. They are very, very different. This is from Italy. Never say to an Italian that Italian gelato and ice cream are basically the same thing.
Are they not basically the same thing?
No, I don't actually know the difference, but I know.
Well, this was a very, very informative conversation. So where does that dessert come from? Em, find the matching country card.
I know it's Italy. I can see Italy. I'm going to pick up the card. Italy, Gav.
You have matched your first dessert correctly. Now let me go on to describe the second dessert. This one is a strange brown fried substance. It's perhaps a kind of dough, and you might want to dip it into some chocolate sauce for your breakfast in this country, Em.
Okay, I was thinking donuts, but now I think I'm changing my mind. I think it's churros.
Churros is the dessert. And where would you typically find it, Em?
I think it's Spanish. So Spain, Gav.
I have given you 2 points. Well done.
Oh, churros. Yum, yum, yum.
Our next dessert, Em, is a curious round ball with a flat bottom. It could come in many different colours, and inside there is an ice cream filling, I believe.
Is it a baked Alaska?
It isn't.
I don't know then.
It's very small. It's about the size of a golf ball. But remember, it's got a flat bottom. It comes from an Asian country.
Oh, is it mochi? I'm not sure how you say it.
I also don't know how to say it. Mochi, mochi. And from which country?
Japan.
It is from Japan. Well done. You've matched another dessert with its origin.
I'm not sure it's traditionally an ice cream. I think there are ice cream versions of it, but I think traditionally it's like a bean paste inside a gelatinous rice goo.
Yum, yum, yum.
I've never eaten one, but I really want to try one.
Now, your fourth dessert, which I have never seen in person and can only describe from the picture that I have in front of me on the card, has a purple pudding consistency and appears to have some kind of fruit on top of it, and it's sitting in a ceramic container.
I have no idea. Purple pudding consistency. Is it blancmange?
It's not.
Is it kind of ice cream?
Do you know any purple fruits?
Is it Chinese?
It's not. But it is from below the equator.
I don't even know what this is. What dessert is it? Tell me the name.
Acai bowl.
Oh, this is another one I can't say. You have to Google that, how to say. It's acai bowl.
R-C-E. R-C-E.
I think it's acai, something like that. It's very fashionable right now.
An acai bowl. And do you know where it might originate? Or be very popular anyway?
I'm not sure. Is it somewhere like Indonesia or somewhere like Malaysia?
Is that the card you're going for?
Yeah.
It's not that one. It's this one here. Brazil.
Really? Oh, I had no idea. Really? From Brazil? Okay. Sorry, Brazil. Everybody knows it. I'm not sure everybody knows where it's from. That was really fun, Gav.
I have plenty more of these cards, but I think we're going to have to save them for next time. I am having so much fun.
That is a nice way to do a matching exercise virtually. Also, you could do that as just a spoken activity. It doesn't have to be visual, does it?
And I think it will lead to a lot of really good and possibly mouth-watering conversations afterwards.
Absolutely. I want to tell you about the time I was on holiday and I had the best gelato of my life. You know, these stories are just popping into my head as you're telling me these desserts. Always good memories with desserts.
You must have an M to share with the followers now.
Well, the one word I think that's very important for teachers and students alike is memory. I think we all know that memory is very, very important when it comes to learning a language.
I think I remember that.
There are things like mnemonics, which also begins with an M, even though it sounds like an N. Mnemonics help you to remember things, which I think we've discussed in the past, Gav. I learned a new mnemonic today.
A new mnemonic?
A new mnemonic. And that is FANBOYS. Have you heard of that mnemonic for TEFL?
I don't think I have. Can you tell us?
It's to help remember conjunctions in English. Can you think of a conjunction that begins with F, the beginning of FANBOYS?
F for four.
F for four. F is four. A is...
And.
N is...
Not.
Actually, nor. Nor. Not is not a conjunction. Not is something else. Nor is a conjunction.
Let me just see if I remember so far. For and nor.
B is for...
Because.
No.
But.
Yes, but. O is a bit like nor. -1.
Or.
Good. Y is...
Yet.
Very good. And S is for...
Sugar.
No, that is not a conjunction.
Since.
Nope. I went to the shops.
So
That's the one. So. FANBOYS.
For and nor, but, or, yet, so.
There are many mnemonics, Gav. Many, many mnemonics. But I was thinking about if your students are not good at remembering, and they can't even remember the mnemonics, perhaps, because not everybody can remember these sort of things.
I'm not sure I'm going to remember FANBOYS, Em.
No, exactly. Is it a big problem? You know, when you teach your students and you say to them, well, if you don't know the new word, if you can't remember the new word we've learned, then just talk around it, you know? Because my students often say, they're talking and then they just blank.
They freeze them because they want a specific word and they say to themselves, I cannot continue until I know exactly what that word is in English.
Exactly. And they may not be satisfied with the basic English they've got, but I always say to them, there's nothing wrong with their basic English. And I'm not trying to condone upgrading language or expanding vocabulary. It's amazing. But if you do have students that have a very bad memory and they're really struggling and their confidence is getting a bit knocked, I don't see any problem with using basic English to explain or express your point. Because there are many, many ways to pick up on your dessert theme. There are many, many ways to say the cake was enormous. And if you can't remember the word enormous...
Big.
Okay, tell me how many different ways you could say the cake was enormous.
Really big.
Yeah.
Really, really big.
Okay.
Very big.
I think we've exhausted big. Okay, very good. What else?
Huge.
Yeah.
Enormous.
We can't remember enormous, remember? Remember not to remember enormous.
Forget enormous.
Forget enormous. What else can you say?
Vast.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
That's not exactly big, is it?
Massive.
All right, but these are high-level words you're using. What if you can't remember an adjective that's different from big? Can you make big more interesting?
You could compare it to something?
Oh, I like that. How would you compare it?
I'd say it was as big as a house.
For a cake, you would say, okay, maybe.
For my birthday, I expect it to be at least as big as a house. And I'm talking a pretty big house as well.
You could? Okay, I was thinking like it was as big as a microwave, maybe, just to keep it in reality. But yes, you could say that.
You could say you couldn't get it through the door.
Nice. You don't even have to say the adjective. If you can't remember the word big, you could just say, yeah, we couldn't get it through the door. It wouldn't fit on the table. We didn't have enough plates.
Or you could say, I think we could feed 1,000 people with this cake.
You could say that. That is hyperbole, Gav. Bigger than is normal. You could say, I've never seen a cake that size in my life. So what we're doing here is finding a different way to say it. And I'm trying to get my students to work on that skill rather than their memory. As much as memory games are great, and Pelmanism, when we come to it in P, will be there because it does help. I think a really good skill for students is just to find a different way to say things. And if they get stuck on a word, it could be a simple word, like they don't remember the word big. They need to find a way around it. And there are, as we've just demonstrated, lots of ways to say it.
Or you could just use your arms.
Yeah, you could say it was this. You know, that word I can't remember.
It was like this.
Oh yeah, just say it was like this.
There are plenty of ways to describe that word that you just simply don't know. The worst thing is that if you do learn a new word and you find that the person you're talking to doesn't know that word, you've still got to go back to describing it was the size of a microwave.
That's right. So you may need to do that anyway, even if you can remember the word. Good point, Gav.
I also had the word memory, but I was going to look at some memory boosting techniques for students, but...
I'm sorry, don't want to interrupt. Totally valid. Really want to focus on this too. I'm not saying memory isn't worth honing. I'm open, Gav, to your ideas for memory because this also definitely helps students.
I think you've already mentioned most of the tips I was going to bring up.
Oh, have I? I wasn't even talking about memory. I was talking about other things.
Well, I heard you earlier talking about repetition.
When? When did I say I didn't talk about repetition?
In the matching exercise.
Okay, yes, you mean repetition of words through games and activities, yes.
That's it. Chunking.
Yes, just drilling and listening to the sound of the phrase and checking pronunciation.
Breaking sentences down into little bits which are much more digestible. With visualising, that means that we're having a look at the pictures, we're seeing the words put together, maybe we're constructing a mind map and you think, oh, what was that word? It was in the top right corner of the board. It was...
mushroom.
Yeah, mushroom.
But you're right, it does help to see it sometimes, to remember it. Nice. And also personalisation, is what we always say. Make it memorable, make it personal.
Tailor it to your students because they will like it and then they'll remember it.
They will like it. What do you mean? Everybody likes it. Yes, that is true.
And through our meaningful conversations, we're going to create associations so the student will think back. I was having a great conversation with Teacher M about mushrooms and she explained that the foot, as I say, of the mushroom is simply called the stem.
Yes.
How are they going to remember the word stem now, Em? How are they going to associate these two things? You need to build a story around it.
Yeah, so maybe if you talk about STEM science, because when I think about mushrooms, I'm thinking about science, I'm thinking about biology, I'm thinking about the people who study mushrooms, and it all connects together.
And it's called stem, and that's the same stem that we might have growing under our mushroom cap.
That's good. Whatever works for you. I think you're right. You've got to make it meaningful and memorable in your own way. Modals, Gav. Modals.
Oh, we don't need to talk about modals.
Well, we don't need to talk about them. I'm not going to teach you modals, but I am going to try and elicit some from you using the medium of murder mystery. This is a modal murder mystery.
That sounds very interesting. Please commence.
You are a detective.
Of course.
And you have just been called to the scene of a crime.
Am I wearing a hat?
You can wear whatever you want. You want to wear a hat? It's fine. What's your hat look like? Is it a deerstalker? Are you going to be that unoriginal?
It might be a deerstalker,
Okay.
but with the flaps down.
Right. This is the crime. Alec Crabtree was found dead at his desk in his study last night. He had been hit on the head with a blunt object.
The butler did it.
No. He had been sitting at the desk with his back to the door and was in the middle of writing a letter. He was found by his wife when she went to bring him his bedtime cocoa at 11:15 p.m.
Should I be making notes?
Yes, make notes. But his watch, which had been smashed in the struggle, had stopped at 11:05.
That's a clue.
That is a clue. The suspects are the people who were in the house at the time. Mrs. Crabtree, the dead man's wife, Daniel Crabtree, the dead man's brother, Mr. and Mrs. Fairfax, who are old friends of the Crabtrees, and Susie the maid. You will note there is no butler. Okay, so who's died?
Mr. Crabtree.
How did he die?
Bullet through the cranium. Candlestick. Was he hit in the head with something?
Yes, something sharp or something blunt?
Blunt.
That means not sharp, yes. What time was he found?
According to my notes, 11:15.
Was that when he died?
No,
How do you know?
because the time on the watch said 11:05.
That's right.
I'm assuming he died the moment that his watch was smashed.
Yes, I think we can say that for sure. Who was in the house at the time?
Everybody.
Who are they?
His wife, his brother, the Fairfaxes, and the maid.
Very good. Who killed him?
Me.
Stop it. Not you, Gav. Do we know who killed him?
No, we don't.
That's what we need to find out. So, you have some clues. I'm going to tell you the clues, and you are going to deduce things from these clues. We're not going to do them all, Gav. I'm just going to give you the first 4 or 5, okay? Just to give you the idea. So,
Where did the clues come from?
they are on cards.
Oh, were they written by the detective myself?
Yes, these are the notes.
These are my notes. So you're reading my notes to me. Are you a secretary?
You can pad this story out as much as you like, but let's just say you're reading back through your notes and I am transcribing them back to you. A silver vase was missing from the room.
A silver vase. That's a blunt object. So that could have been the murder weapon.
Ah. Number 2, the window was open.
Perhaps it was hot inside the room, but the killer could have climbed in the window and used the window as the escape route.
Oh, okay. So the killer could have climbed in and could have climbed out again. Perhaps.
I'm looking for muddy footprints, Em. Although I did say it was hot, so it probably wasn't muddy outside.
You're really thinking like a detective now. A piece of red material was bound on the windowsill.
This could have belonged to the murderer.
Possibly. Any other reason or way it could have got there?
Somebody might have been cleaning the window and the fabric got torn.
That's possible too. One more clue, Gav. The silver vase, which we already mentioned, was found in the flower bed, badly dented.
This must have been the murder weapon, and I will take it straight to the lab and get some fingerprints from it.
Yes, very good.
And then I will deduce who the murderer is.
Yeah, and you've got another 25 clues to come, so maybe don't decide now.
A good detective decides the moment they walk through the door.
Okay. But you get the point. It's a very good activity. As a group thing, it's really fun because all the students are talking together about their ideas, and it's amazing how different some of their ideas are.
If I used some language which was not so good in that situation, so for example, if I said he might be killed by a vase, how would you correct that?
Well, I would have to step in and say, it's not present, it's finished, so you need to use have. And I definitely would have pre-taught the language so the students know about past modals. So as they're playing, they may get a bit distracted and forget the grammar, but jog their memories, say to them, oh, don't forget have when you're using modals in the past. So say it again with have.
He might have been killed by the vase.
Well, with the vase, not by the vase.
He might have been killed with the vase.
Yeah. Yes, it's really good for language. It really does engage students. I've done it many times. They love it. And by the end, they feel like they've really solved a crime, which is nice. And there's loads of vocab, loads of red herrings and motives and weapons, and all that language comes up as well.
That is very engaging. I hope our followers can also find resources like these online, Em.
Well, we will link to this in our show notes if you want to use it. It is a bit old, has got like people smoking and stuff in it, but it's all good.
They're the best ones. I've also got an M titled topic for us, which is a little bit like what you've described, but still a little bit different.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
It's called Movie Time, Homemade Movie Clips. What happens next?
Ah, is this for modals as well then?
You might want to use some modals here. You might want to use some other language. I'm pretty sure it's future, but let's just see what happens. And if you make some mistakes, don't worry, I'll step in and correct you. You're going to watch a short clip and you're going to tell me what you think happens next. And you need to describe it to us.
Okay, I'm going to start the video now. I can see there's a child playing with some plastic cups, and she's starting to stack the plastic cups together on top of each other into a tall tower. She's sitting in the kitchen. Oh, the tower is starting to sway slightly. Oh, the video stopped, so now what?
What happens next, Em?
Oh, well, maybe the stack falls over. That's my guess.
Would you like the multiple choice options?
Yes.
A. The tower collapses and the child laughs. That sounds like your answer. B. The child places the final cup and it stays perfectly. Or C. A cat jumps onto the table and knocks it over.
Oh, wasn't expecting that one. Well, I'm going to stick with A because that's what I thought.
Play the video and find out.
Oh, okay, it's the cat. The cat's come along and swiped everything away. Oh, that's a shame.
Clip 2.
I can see there's a teenager swinging on a rope over a lake. It's like one of those rope swing things that you hold on to. Friends are on the side of the river cheering. And okay, it stopped at the point where the teenager is suspended right above the water. So I'm going to say they drop the rope and fall in. Or the rope breaks. The rope breaks and they fall in.
Would you like to hear your options?
Yes, I'd like to hear the options.
A. They let go and land perfectly in the water. B. They chicken out and swing back. Or C. The rope snaps mid-air.
Well, I said C, so I'm guessing that C happens. Ah, I'm wrong again. They've just swung back to the bank and jumped off.
That's very disappointing. They've chickened out, Em.
They've chickened out.
Our last one is clip 3.
This time it's a toddler with a big cake. Cake again. And, they're going to blow out the birthday candles. And everyone's singing and, the child is taking a big intake of breath in to blow the candles out. And, now it's stopped. So I'm guessing it's not as straightforward as just the kid blows out the candles. So maybe the kid blows out the candles and in the process spits everywhere over the cake. So nobody wants any.
I hope that happens. Would you like your options?
Yes.
A. The child blows them out in one go. B. The child sneezes on the cake. Or C. The candles relight themselves.
All those trick candles. I'm going to say B because it was a bit like my idea. I said about spitting, it's sneezing. So let's see. Oh, I am right. Okay, I'm kind of right. She sneezed on it. Oh, that's worse than spitting. Oh, no. Anyone for cake?
No, I think I'll pass. I had a big lunch.
Okay, cake's all for you. Well done.
What did we practice there?
Oh, what did we practice? I think we practiced some language for when I'm not sure. Maybe, perhaps.
Speculation.
Definitely present simple for facts and present continuous for things happening now.
Bit of going to. We've got some predictions.
Yeah, it was good.
Some nice language.
Definitely. Tip of the episode, Gav.
Is this your tip of the episode, Em?
My tip of the episode is micro-teaching. M for micro-teaching.
Does that mean you approve of this? M
Yes.
is for micro-teaching?
I think it's a very good thing to do if you can. It's a little bit tricky online these days. But if you're in a classroom, definitely it's great to just help fast finishers by giving them extra tasks. Or if there's students having a bit more trouble with something, you can just go and help a little bit more with that activity if they're doing pair work or something like that.
Can I give you an example?
Yes, please do.
If the students have completed reading the text, answering the questions, but there are still some students lagging, you might want to say to the fast finishers, how about you highlight all of the past modals that you saw in that text while the others are finishing, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about them together.
Very, very good. What do you do online, though?
That
the same.
Yeah, that's what just popped in my head.
Right, okay. So you would write that in a chat to them privately, or you would just tell them while the others are...
No, the others are probably heads down, just completing the task.
That's good. You could just send a message as well, if you don't want to disturb the others.
That's also a good suggestion.
What's your tip of the episode, Gav?
My tip of the episode is mindful moments for English learners and teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Em, are you ready for some mindfulness?
Yes. And maybe the followers could benefit from this too, Gav.
I think this is a moment for all of us. Take a moment to sit comfortably. Let your hands rest gently. Close your eyes if you like, or soften your gaze. Now take a slow, deep breath in. And let it out gently. You are in a space where learning happens, where mistakes are okay, where trying is enough. Notice the sounds around you, maybe a voice, a page turning, or even silence. Let them come and go like waves. With each breath, feel your body relax. Let your shoulders drop. Let your thoughts settle. You are here. You are learning a new language, and that takes courage. With every word you hear, every sentence you try, you are growing. Now, when you're ready, bring your attention back to the English classroom. Wiggle your fingers, open your eyes, and carry this calm feeling into our next activity.
Wow. That was amazing. I feel so relaxed.
I'm very happy to hear it, but sadly, Em, we have no more activities because it's the end of the show. The only thing that's left to talk about is...
Coffee!
ko-fi.com/howtoenglishpod.
We need some caffeine after all that relaxing. Yes, thank you, followers. If you want to show us some love, please buy us a drink. But coming back to your mindfulness, Gav, that was lovely, because I think sometimes it's nice to have a minute, only a minute is enough, just to calm everybody down and relax everyone and get them in the right mood for the next task. And it's good to practice that and just empty your mind for a second. Pause. Take a break. I'm going to try that with my students.
I'm very happy to hear it, Em, and I hope the followers took a moment to reflect too. It has been an absolute delight with Em. 2 M's?
The letter M. And me.
Precisely. I will talk to you on the next episode of the show, Em, which I'm guessing is N.
Next time, Gav.
Naturally.